It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll see which conference reigns supreme today. It's the Chicago Bears and the Houston Texans on Sunday night.
We are just about 10 miles south of downtown. You get a look inside NRG Stadium in Houston, the home of the Texans. So good to have you on board with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, in this league, you know it, you lived it. Undergoing a changing of the guard and quarterback position sometimes can be traumatic, but a lot of times it leads to hope. We've got a couple of teams here with young signal callers looking towards the future.
And you know the old saying, Mike, in the NFL, it is truer than ever. If you have a quarterback, you have a chance. And here we have two teams that feel like they have that quarterback position of the future settled. There's going to be some growing pains. There's going to be some moments where that youth rears its head. But over the long term, both these organizations feel like they have an answer at the most critical position in all of sports.
About ready to get this one started. Amy Fairbairn ready to kick it off. And off we go from Houston. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Bears come out with their quarterback, Caleb Williams. All of Chicago hoping this is the man who can finally answer that long search for a franchise quarterback for the Bears. Won the Heisman. He's the #1 overall pick in this past year's draft.
The term generational talent, Mike, it gets thrown around. I feel a little bit too loosely these days, but you could argue if there's one guy worthy of that description, it's Williams. I mean, only time's going to tell how accurate it is, but when you watch him play, it becomes abundantly clear. This guy has everything you want in a franchise quarterback. The arm talent's obvious, but it's the ability to make those off-script plays right in the midst of chaos that make him such an interesting prospect. You know what the best part is, though, Mike, really? We get a first-hand look to see exactly how he's developing over these next couple hours.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. On the out, connecting with Allen. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
It's a gain of 3, and the Bears first down.
So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. That'll be caught by DeAndre Swift. And he is on the chalk, stepping out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. That's a loss of 3 on the play.
What they teach these backs is when you catch a check down, immediately try to get vertical. Try to put a hole in the defense coming to rally tackle. So give credit to the defense here. They strung this out and made him go sideways, and they forced him to go so far sideways, he went out of bounds.
And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
And for the 2nd straight offseason, it's kind of hard to believe, Mike. Swift kind of finds himself in a new place every year. This time it's with Chicago. Just a year ago, over 1,000 yards rushing, and he's going to be looking to build off that last year's success.
On 1st down, they give it right back to Swift. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Williams. Brought in by the tight end, Cole Kmet. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
Nice first down catch there by Cole Kmet. And, Mike, I've had a chance to spend some time with him in Nashville these last couple summers and at our TEU event that I run with George Kittle and Travis Kelce. And for a big body, for a guy who's just a large guy, he can really bend. He can run. He can get in and out of his break. And I think that's a big reason why, as he's continued to develop, he's a very good run blocker. And he's really become that dynamic weapon they thought he would be coming out of Notre Dame just a few years ago.
And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll try the right side with Swift. Can he get away? No! He's taken down behind the line. Good job by the defense with a negative play.
Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
On 4th down, it's Cairo Santos on for the Bears field goal. It'll be a 44-yard attempt. Santos' kick is good. And the Bears will take a 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
Points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Texans come out with the Rookie of the Year from last year in the NFL. C.J. Stroud, he was the number 2 overall pick out of Ohio State. Greg, a talented quarterback here.
If there's going to be a poster child for just how flawed the pre-draft process can be at times, I think this guy's at the top. I mean, just think, last year, people are nitpicking him going into his rookie year. He can't do this, he can't do that. And what does he do? He comes out and has arguably the greatest rookie quarterback season in NFL history, not only bringing his franchise back to life, but really establishing himself as one of the best quarterbacks in the entire league.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
Throwing on 2nd down, Stroud. That's into the hands of Dell on the right side. Third and 6. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. This is caught. He got the connection to Collins. A gain there of 16 yards. first down for Houston.
These were the chunk plays they thought they could get here against this pass defense. They thought the passing game favored their offense in this matchup, and I think we can expect this to be the case the rest of the game.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Stroud going to set up to throw. They go right back to Collins. He's got it again. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
So we are through one on Sunday Night Football. It's the Bears off to the early lead. And more from Houston coming up in a moment. Here's a 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's Stroud. A dive and a catch. Incredible. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a first down.
With wide receivers, I think we spend so much time talking about their speed and their route running, and of course that's critical, but the ability to not only catch the ball, but to concentrate on the bad throws. We used to have a saying, you get paid to catch the bad ones, and we saw a great example of it here, laying out, going down to get this ball, holding on through contact with the ground, and it's a big-time play. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. It's actually the easiest down in football to operate in. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Stroud. He's got his man. Complete to Dell. That's a gain of 16 yards, and it sets up 1st and goal.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's 1st and goal. Throwing is Stroud. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. He was looking for Stephon Diggs there, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
In motion now, it's Collins. And room to operate as he takes it down to the 2.
Our game is 7 yards. It's now 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal. They'll try and run with Mixon. Good blocking, and he's in. Go Mixon. Touchdown, Houston. So on 3rd 3rd and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on 4th down. Taking care of it on the 3rd down for the touchdown.
Yeah, and when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
Now, Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Texans move out to a 7-3 lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. Velus Jones now on the return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And the kicking team right there, stopping him before he can get to the 15-yard line. The Bears offense ready now for their 2nd drive. Trail by 4, touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. To throw, it's Williams. This one taken in by Odunze.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. A play fake. Now Williams to the left side into the hands of Moore. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Here's 1st and 10. Here's Swift. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Not much happening there, just a short game. Here's 2nd and 9. A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. That is hauled in at the 5. And he's going to be taken down. So here's a chance to take the lead going into the locker room. It's 1st and goal. To throw is Williams. He's got it at the 3.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get 1 more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
And he will fight his way to the end zone. Caleb Williams. Touchdown, Bears. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Santos, good on the extra point. And the Bears are on top. It's now 10-7. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. A return now from the 4. Now an opening past the 30. The Texans offense about ready to get going on their second possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. To throw is Stroud. That's caught downfield by Diggs. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a 1st down.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode. And that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points. You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. Now Stroud. That's caught right side, the tight end Schultz. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. Everyone talks about being balanced. But as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a 1st down.
Stroud to throw here on 1st down. To the left side, into the hands of Collins. And he's in. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Texans.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Now Fairbairn for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Texans are on top. It's 14-10. Leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. DeAndre Carter on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Bears offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. They'll begin with 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here, as that'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. Williams. They'll try to set up the screen here to Swift. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Here's Williams. He'll send this one deep for Odunze. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment. But for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports Halftime Reports. It was Joe Mixon who had it working in the first half. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Texans offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this 3rd quarter. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Now, Stroud. That's to the left side and taken in by Diggs. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
Give running right. It is Mixon. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Third and long. Here's Stroud. He'll let this go deep for Diggs. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun. Here's Williams. Looking middle and complete with Allen.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. He was looking for Keenan Allen on that one. And 3rd down coming up.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
On 3rd down, it's Williams. And the rookie gives himself up there at the end. That's a sign of a guy who's learned it quick. Picking up the 1st down. 14 yards on the pickup there.
Anytime a quarterback decides to tuck it and turn himself into a runner, you can just feel the sideline hold their breath. They're just hoping that he gets down, picks up enough for the 1st down, but more importantly, protects himself so he can get himself back up and continue on.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Williams. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
They'll run out of the gun. It is Swift. And he'll get forward for about a yard. That's Henry Toto on the tackle. Third down and 9. From the shotgun, it's Williams. That's over the middle and taken in by Odunze. It's a gain of 10 yards. Good for a Bears 1st down.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
He did a good job of making one man miss, but could not get away from this defense in the end. It turns into a loss of yardage.
This is a great example of why it's so important on defense to sprint to the ball. His ability to make people miss is hard for one guy to get him on the ground. But when you can get everybody to the ball, eventually you can take them down. And in this case, they do it for a loss. This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
Looking for a third down conversion on this drive, and they only need a foot. They'll try to run for it. It's Swift. And he's going to have a Bears 1st down. Maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the 1st down.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Throwing is Williams. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. and that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
And he's going to be taken down.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. They've been in complete control. They've been able to dictate what they want to do offensively and make the defense react. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
He'll go right back to Komet. He's got it again. And he will score. Cole Komet, touchdown Chicago. On is Santos for the PAT. He's got it. And the Bears move out to a 3-point edge, 17-14.
Texans 14.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, it's Dameon Pierce. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Dell motioning over. On play action. Stroud. This is caught. Downfield, it's Dell. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
Great pre-snap recognition here by the quarterback. He looks outside and sees man coverage, and he knows exactly where he's going to go with the ball. Now it's up to the receiver to create separation at the top of the route. Ball's on time, great placement, nice big pickup.
They'll run on 1st down with Mixon. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Second and 7. They'll go right back to Mixon. And this rough day on the ground continues. They're going to drop him behind the line again.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
Back to throw. Stroud. They try to work the screen with Mixon. And he's going to be out of bounds here on what will wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. So we are through 3. And Sunday Night Football continues after this. The Texans set to punt this one away. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the fourth quarter. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Bears offense back onto the field for their next possession. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. Now Williams. This pass caught right side. It's Allen. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Here's Williams now to throw. That's complete. It's Odunze. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And as we see Rome Odunze come up with a nice completion, Mike, let's remember, he's only one of 2 guys to rank in the top 10 of college football in receiving yards each of the last 2 seasons. I mean, production, the ability to compete, high point the ball. I mean, those are all boxes that Odunze checks, and everyone around this Chicago Bears organization, they couldn't have been happier with the way this draft fell, and they think they have a superstar in the making here at wide receiver.
Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a 1st down. This is an RPO, and quickly they'll hit Allen. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. On the give, it's Swift. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. DeAndre Swift. Touchdown, Bears. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Santos for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Bears go up by 10. 24-14 is their lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Texans offense getting set to get back to work. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. from the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Tank Dell was the one he was looking for, and that will lead to a second down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because, think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
That's over the middle and caught by Collins. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
At the 33-yard line.
It is second down and 5. They'll drop to throw. That's over the middle and caught by Dell. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass, get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone
a throw left side, going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tyreek Stevenson.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. Their lead is 10. They go back to work trying to add to it. It begins with first down. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here. They'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Another run here, another run by Swift. Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their second. They'll talk things over before third down. To throw, it's Williams. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So this one, a win for the visiting Bears. And it was their defense that led the way as they pitched a shutout in the second half. No points allowed, and they cruised to victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Houston, good night, everyone.